Yay, it's Saturday morning. Woot woot. I've been debating if I should worry about doing these videos on Saturdays and Sundays because Saturdays we usually get a lot done, but Sundays we kind of relax. Maybe I just won't do them on Sundays. Anyhow, today we have quite the task list to do today. Those 2 boxes of peaches I bought a few days ago, I felt them last night and they're finally soft. So today we are going to puree some peaches and freeze them because I'm going to freeze dry. So we made some peach mango jam already with the last batch. And I kind of thought it'd be interesting to see how they freeze dry. But from what I read, like sugar usually bubbles up and really expands on stuff that you freeze dry. And so from what I read in some of the groups I'm in, they said rather than making the jam and freeze drying, just puree the fruit and freeze dry the pureed fruit. Because then you can add sugar and water and have fresh jam at any time. Plus you can put it in smoothies and other stuff like that. So I'm kind of liking that idea. So I think these 2 boxes, we're going to do a mixture of sliced peaches and pureed peaches, and we'll freeze dry them. So I'm really excited about that. Freeze dried peaches. Oh my goodness, I've yet to find a baby that doesn't love them. Every baby, and I've got quite a few, like great nieces and nephews and all that love the peaches. Like that's their favorite thing at my house when they come. And we're talking like from 6 months on up to, year and a half, the picky eaters. I've yet to find a baby that won't eat the freeze-dried peaches. They're awesome. So we're gonna do the peaches. Also, I got all those tomatoes. I think I'm gonna just do homemade spaghetti sauce today. We'll do all day. We'll cook a good homemade spaghetti sauce. And then I've got all that squash and zucchini. So there's my list. That squash and zucchini, again, I gotta do something with. I'm gonna shred some of the zucchini up, I think, and maybe make some zucchini bread. And I'm debating how I wanna freeze dry. Actually, let me come sit down, because this was taking a little longer than I had planned. So I need my phone holder. That would help. I'm thinking the zucchini. So sliced, they make really good chips freeze-dried, the zucchini and squash. So, but I think some of that yellow squash might be too big. Like it starts to get airy in the middle and gets like the seeds and stuff. And so that won't work for chips. The little yellow ones will. So I'm trying to decide how I want to freeze dry. If I want to freeze dry, shred them and freeze dry them shredded so I could make like zucchini bread in the future, or I have cut some into chunks and freeze dried for like casseroles or whatever. I'm just trying, and we have plenty, so I can do a few things. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the most versatile use in the future, freeze dried. So yeah, so I gotta do that. So today's kind of a big food storage day, really, of everything that's going on. And then we'll make some good spaghetti sauce all day and all that fun stuff. So that's the plan for today. My husband had to go in. It's busy season for him. He's got all the students moving in here in the next few weeks, so they got to finish up apartments. And so he went into work today, and so it's just me and the kids. See how much we get done.
So I took the kids to the park. Our local community was doing a back to school event here. And I'm having to do a voiceover because we were by speakers that were playing really loud music. But look how awesome this is. This is our public Main Street park. And there was just all these booths. The whole thing was free. They had bounce houses, cotton candy, hot dogs, and tons of fun stuff for the kids to do and try.
So I am currently making some homemade from scratch spaghetti sauce. We got all these awesome tomatoes. Actually, let me show you. On the vine. Look at that. Those are the best. Tons. We went back and got some more today from Smith's, or Kroger is the same brand. They're on sale 88 cents. So while we were in town at the park and having our back to school event with the town, we just swung by the store before we came home and grabbed some more tomatoes. So I'm slicing up some onions, and I got the ground beef in the pan. So we're doing good. Everything's getting cooked up good. We're gonna get this homemade spaghetti sauce simmering and let it cook all day today. Well, it's 2:18, so the rest of today. We're gonna just get it going. So yeah, that's where we're at today, but it's actually been a productive day already. That event at the park, the only thing I realized right after I filmed the little video at the park is because they had music, and we were at the time we were right by the speakers. It wasn't that loud the whole park, but we were right up there by the speakers visiting a booth, and it dawned on me right after I videoed it, those songs might do a copyright flash on our video when I upload it. So I think what I'll do to avoid that, I'll just have that part of the video muted and do a voiceover to tell you what I'm showing you. By the time you see this, you'll have already witnessed that. So anyhow, I'm gonna continue to chop onions and get my spaghetti sauce going. All right, so I think I've got my spaghetti to a point where we're gonna let it just simmer for a while. All I did, super easy when you're making spaghetti sauce from scratch, I did my ground beef in there and let that cook up. While that's cooking, and I just have it on set like a medium high, while that's cooking, I chopped the onions, added the onions, I added some garlic, and I added some Italian seasonings, and let's see, garlic, onions, Italian seasonings, got all that, chopped up the meat as it cooked and let it get really nice and brown. And once it got brown, then that's when I added in my pureed tomatoes. So my food processor right here, I just chopped the top off the tomato, cut them in fours, put them in the food processor, and then pureed them, and then added them to the spaghetti sauce. So, and then I did add a few cans of tomato paste. The tomato paste will just help it like thicken up a little bit more. It'll help it get a little bit more stronger tomato flavor. Oh, and I added some garlic salt. So at this point, we're gonna let it simmer down and kind of thicken up into more of a spaghetti sauce. And then I'll add more either tomato paste or pureed tomatoes. We'll kind of see flavor-wise how it needs, if it needs more seasonings or where to go. Oh, mushrooms too. I chopped up mushrooms and added mushrooms in there. So we had, that's right, the ground beef, the onions, the mushrooms, the garlic, the seasonings, the tomatoes, and tomato paste. So that's pretty much it. So like I said, it smells amazing in here. Just cooking, like when you cook the ground beef and the onions and the garlic, all of that, and you have the seasonings, like it just has such a good aroma. I love it. It smells so good. So yeah, so we got that done. I'm debating if I want to make, we still have quite a few tomatoes, and I'm running out of room in the pan. The pan's pretty, it'll cook down a little bit as the water cooks out from the tomatoes, but I was thinking about making my homemade salsa. I know Brady's excited about homemade salsa. So yeah, I was thinking I'd make some, but I can also make that. I might just make the salsa tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do. And I'll start shredding and slicing the zucchini and squash. Oh, I'm gonna record that zucchini and squash on my little mandolin thing. This new mandolin I got is amazing. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I decided that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slice up zucchini and squash, and oh, you know what? I could shred some for zucchini bread while I'm doing it. I guess I could rinse this out and shred it. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so now I'm not gonna worry about salsa today. I'll do salsa maybe tomorrow, but I'm gonna do zucchini, squash, and slice them and shred some. So, hold. Okay, got my spaghetti cooking. I got some bags of shredded zucchini done up. So, I think I'll have to make, I've done zucchini bread or zucchini chocolate chip cookies. Somebody just said zucchini chocolate chip bread. That sounds kind of good. I've never tried that. So anyhow, look at this. This is all the scraps from the zucchini and the tomatoes that I put in the spaghetti. I'm gonna go give this to the chickens. That is one of my favorite things about having chickens. They will eat about everything and anything. And honestly, if we weren't doing this, I probably would start looking into a compost thing for anything like along this line. So anyhow, I'm gonna run this out to the chickens, and then I decided I'm gonna wait and do salsa tomorrow. But I do have some meat I need to put in the crock pot for tomorrow because it's horribly tough meat. So it takes like forever to cook low and slow for it to be edible. Peaches. God. I still haven't gotten to the peaches yet, so that might be a tomorrow or Monday thing because I'm running out of steam. Let me see how soft they are because that's one of the things. Let's see, somebody's put stuff on top of them. Jars and stuffs. Let's look. Ooh. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. So good, but yeah, they're like perfectly soft right now. They might be okay. Okay, some of them that one's a little hard. This one's, ooh, that one's starting to get moldy. I'll turn it, that one will have to be cut out soon. Yeah, I think these need to be done today or tomorrow. So I might have to, because I'm ready to be off my feet and to relax. It's been a long day, but it's been productive. Yeah, I think I might have to sit at the table and do all that and peel them and slice them. Guess that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, I could do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. We'll see. Anyhow, one bit at a time, right? All right, the spaghetti sauce is really cooking down. Look at that. You can see there's the line of where it started. So letting it simmer and cook down helps pull some of the water out of those fresh tomatoes. So the house smells amazing. The whole house smells like this really, really good spaghetti sauce. Ooh, and I have some fresh basil I need to chop up and add to it too. That will make it even better. All right, so these are the peach pits or seeds that I pulled out of those amazing peaches from a couple weeks ago. So here's my thing, and these are from last year. So we have peaches and apricots, and pumpkin in there, it looks like too. Pumpkin, honestly, I don't know why we say pumpkin, but there are some apricots in there as well. That's an apricot there. I dried them because here's the thing, local peaches, they will reproduce. A lot of times when you buy fruit from the grocery stores, they're genetically enhanced and modified so that the seed won't reproduce the fruit again. But local ones you can, and when you know there's a local good quality, that's totally worth doing. So our goal someday, hopefully we can get some property here in the next 6 months or so. And our goal, we want to have enough property, and I want to do a fruit orchard. So I figure, you know what, we're not in any hurry. We can start growing our trees from seed. And since it takes usually 3 to 5 years for fruit trees to fully mature and produce fruit. So I'm saving these in the meantime, and what the heck, we may as well plant them and see what happens. But this fall, so from what I've read, and it'll be an experiment this year, we're gonna plant some in 5-gallon buckets. Oh, nice fly. We're gonna plant some in 5-gallon buckets and see how they do. if we can get them to grow like even before we have property and then transplant them. But yeah, so that's kind of a fun little thing we're doing. All right, so I tried another interesting new recipe. These are called, well, actually, I don't know what their actual recipe. I'm gonna call them zucchini fritters because, again, like all recipes, I take inspiration. I rarely ever follow the recipe. But basically, it's shredded zucchini and shredded cheese and egg and panko crumbs or breadcrumbs and egg, cheese, breadcrumbs, zucchini, and then just some seasonings. And you mix it all together. And then the original recipe said put it in balls. I did them more like fritters, like pancakes, kind of. So anyhow, and I think that the original recipe said like flip them or something, which I didn't. So they're kind of like a zucchini, I don't know, a fritter cookie, but they're not bad. They're actually pretty good.
Hey, yummy.
They're yummy. Tony says they're yummy. So I'll have to add these to the blog. Okay, one more task for the day. I just started the freeze dryer. We did zucchini, squash, and that homemade spaghetti sauce. It's all in the freeze dryer now. So yay, one more thing. It's been a great day.